It's not an easy thing. And when you can have just the ultimate confidence in yourself, it's inspiring, obviously, to people. And that's why, like I said, I know that this space was made for me, where I can obviously do the fun things and do the exciting things and do the things that make you laugh, but I'm also give reality. I think, and I think that's what a lot of people kind of veer away from, is like now let's get the realities of a lot of things. And I might be too truthful, and that's why, like, sometimes you gotta bite your tongue too, like, and that's being real. um so it's that those are the things that I see in life. Like, are you that type of person that's ready to take on whatever type of criticism, whatever type of rumor, whatever type of space where you're going to be judged regardless, even if you do the right thing. If you do the right thing, you're wrong. If you do the wrong thing, you're wrong. It's either way. You go left, you're wrong. You go right, you're wrong. Like, all of these things, you're going to be wrong. And are you willing to accept that in that the perception of society that you're wrong in their eyes? And those people just might be projecting the bad day that they have. I feel like a lot of people um, just create this, like, they may be judging you, but they're using what they go through, and they inject it into their opinion, you know and so, like, I just think most of society's opinions are biased. Like, that's why it's worthless. I believe it's worthless to argue with people, because most people are just biased. People aren't going to give you a just, I won't say everybody, but most people aren't going to give you a fair um, social back and forth, or a social dialogue, because people are going to feed into their bias. You know what I mean? Some people just don't have the mentality to take whatever whatever bias that they have out of the picture and just obviously give the truth. It is what it is, but at some point it's like, you just look and you just go about your day, because everybody's gonna have an opinion. Some people just might not like you just by the way you look. They don't like the way you talk. They don't like the way that you're happy. They don't like the way that you get to live a life that they don't get to live. So you gotta pay attention to all that. All those things matter, because now you have to set an example. You gotta be responsible. People can yell at you. People can do all these things, and you still, because certain people are public figures, like, they have no, they have, they can't be seen as a human being at that point. And I just think it's just unfair.